D. D. Okay, so t, id, and d. All words ending in ed, but different sounds. So let's have a look. Let's start with words that sound like a T at the end. Number 1, walked. Walked. Finished. Finished. Washed. Washed. Okay, so you can hear it sounds as though there's a T at the end of the word. Walked, finished, washed. Now let's look at words that sound like id at the end. Number 1, waited. Number 2, painted. Number 3, tidied. Okay, so waited, painted, tidied. They all end in ed, but it sounds like id. And finally, words that sound like there's just a D on the end. Showed. Played. Rained. Okay, so we can hear the D, not so much the E. It just sounds like there's a D sound at the end. Showed, played, rained. Okay, let's look at some paragraphs and see if we can pick out the different spellings. Alice walked home from school yesterday. She got wet because it rained. When Alice finished her homework, she tidied her desk. Then she painted a picture and showed it to her mum. That's the first paragraph. Number 2, we waited until the evening for the football game to start. The footballers played until 10:30. So let's look at the first paragraph. Alice walked. Walked, that's the T sound. Home from school yesterday. She got wet because it rained. Rained. Okay, rained is the D sound at the end. When Alice finished her homework, she tidied her desk. So finished, t, finished. Tidied, tidied. Can you hear the difference? Then she painted a picture and showed it to her mum. Painted, painted. Showed, showed. So we've got painted and showed. The next paragraph, we waited until the evening for the football game to start. So there's the ID sound, waited. The footballers played until 10:30, played. And there's the D sound. Okay, so now let's go to the board and put the words in the correct columns. So the first column is ED says T, ED says id, and ED says D. Okay, the first word is painted, painted. And that goes in this column. Painted. Number 2, washed, washed. Which column do you think? It goes in this one. Washed. Sounds like a T. The next one is played, played. Which column? It's over here. Played. Showed. Showed. If you can hear, there's a D sound at the end, so it goes over here. Showed. Walked. Walked. Can you hear that T sound at the end? Walked. First column. Waited. Waited. It's the id sound at the end. In the middle column. Waited. Finished. Finished. Should be able to hear the T at the end. Finished. Tidied. Tidied. It's the middle column. And rained. Rained. It's the soft D sound. Rained. Okay, so you can see all of these words end in the same two letters, ed, but this should help you how to pronounce them and the different sounds that it can make. Well done, let's move on to some reading. So let's start with some more new vocabulary. The first one is unusual. Unusual. This means something strange that doesn't normally happen. Unusual. Journey. Journey. When you travel somewhere, the period of time from when you start to when you finish is the journey. Fall asleep. Fall asleep. Whistle. Whistle. Whistle can be a verb, to whistle, or it can be a whistle. Something a train guard might use at the station. Hotel. Hotel. When you go on holiday or travel somewhere, you might stay in a hotel. Disappointed. Disappointed. If you think something is going to be good, but it turns out not that good, you might be disappointed. Fireworks. Fireworks. And fair. Fair. Okay, so we're going to read a letter from one friend to another about his holiday. So let's read it together. Dear Dan, how are you? We had a really unusual start to our summer holiday this year. My family and I were on the train to Cornwall. It was a long journey, but it was comfortable and we all fell asleep. Suddenly, we heard the train's whistle and we all woke up. Oh no, it's 8 o'clock, Mum said. We missed our station. We had to get off at the next station. Dad asked the ticket seller the time of the next train back to our station. But he said there aren't any more trains today. The next